What up, it's your boy ZTY Toon, and this is Palm Care. Toon. ZTY, you already know. YBN. TNBF, Zoo Crew, gang. 2 Cubans on my... Alright, we're back with another episode. I have gotten a giant pot, outdoor, indoor looking thing. I made 2 holes in it. So I've had this for about a week now, and I had it coming out of this hole, but I'm going to change it up, and I'm going to repot my Majestic palm today. Majestic palm today. I'm going to go ahead and repot it into this. I went ahead and got some citrus potting soil. And yeah, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to show you how to basically do all this real quick, because people were asking how I did the drain hose and all that, which I think this is sitting here draining. No, it's not, thank God. But people were asking me how I did the drain hose, and I'm about to show you guys how to do all that. So let's do it. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get this going. What I went ahead and did is, what you first want to do is move this aside real quick. We flip this so it's not on the right side. I'm gonna go ahead and cut up, because I forgot to go to the dollar store and get a giant tablecloth. Forgot to do that, so I'm gonna just have to use trash bags real quick. Makeshift tarp. Act just like this. Boom. So what you do is you take the bucket, you take this, whatever it is, whatever you're using. You take your bucket, you put your hole in your bucket already, and somebody asked me to show them how to do that. What you do is you literally get one of these. I'll show you the tools here in a bit. Just get one of these. It's a screw. It's like, I don't know what it's called. It's like a screw. It's got a screw at the end, like it's a screw hole creator. And then you just go ahead and put that mofo like that at the bottom, and boom. Now you don't want to go at the very corner like I did on this one. You want to kind of go to the side, like take your thing and go into the side. Take it, go into the side, like that way it's like whoop, and the side of it. And that way you're not going into the corner, you're going into the side, like right here more so. This still drain out. You don't want to be like above here. Like if you look at it and you see it clear, you don't want to be above too much. You want to be like right there. You just want it on the side, because if you have it on the bottom, you can't put it down. Like you can't set it down flat, and that defeats the purpose. You want to put it on the side, and if you set it down flat, otherwise you have to put something underneath this, and that's stupid. You just defeat the purpose. So, create a hole, make the hole this width. I made it just that width. I didn't go no more bigger than that, and I didn't stress the hole too much. So, where is it at? I'm gonna go get the other one. As I showed you in the last video, I bought an air pump, and I bought the hose with the air for the air pump. I just took the hose from the air pump and cut it a little like that, so it has like a little small, like a little triangle end, and then you just take that and you stick it right through the hole. It should be super tight, because obviously you don't want water dripping, and you pull it through the best you can. It should be super tight like that, and you pull it all the way till the hose goes to the bottom like that, so it's not like overlapping too much. You don't want to pull it out too much, because you don't want water dripping out, but you don't want it overlapping a lot where water sits at the bottom of this too much. And then boom, you have your hose. But like I said, it's going to be coming out the side. It's going to be coming out the side, not the bottom. So see, if you have it coming out the bottom, it's going to bend your hose, and then you cut off your water flow. That's why it's got to be on the side, so you're not bending your hose to cut off the water flow. This was one of the first buckets I did. So yeah, that's done. And then once you do that, and once you get your hole, you're gonna take the bucket that you're gonna be using, which my bucket's right here, but I'll just show you an example right here real quick. And you keep that hose through it. I don't know where I pulled it back out. Let me show you real quick. So push that back through. The hose being tight like that, that's not gonna work. And then you just take the bucket. Kind of hard to do this though. Might burn a cap. Take the bucket. You gotta have kind of skinny arms, and you put the hose through the hole. Move your arm out and let everything drop down. And make sure you don't pull too much when your hose pops out. You see on this one I pulled it too much, so I would have to probably redo that if I did do it, because the hose is a little too down. But see how it popped out? But you want to make sure you do your hose enough in there, enough line in there to be able to sufficiently not have that just yank out. So go like that. Boom. Boom, flatten it out. Again, take your arm, put it down there with the hose. Or if your hose is long enough, you can do it. Just put the hose in there, then put the bucket in there. And then you can take these off too. I'm not gonna do it with this bucket because I use this bucket, but you just take these out. You pull it like that and it pulls out like that. So you take the arms off, the handles off these buckets, and make it a lot easier. So yeah. So make sure your line is directly lined up with that. Boom, boom. Put that down as flat as it's gonna go. Boom. You got your hose, you got your little tail sticking out. And there's like a little cord clamper that you can use. I'm gonna go buy one and I'm gonna just put it right here. And that way you can like clamp it, your tail up like that. Nobody tells about that long. Nobody tells like, oh, that long. But then you can just clamp it up. That way you're not worried about it. Yeah. Then like that. Boom. On top of here like this. Boom. And that's gonna be my new area. That works perfectly. It actually fits perfectly like that. And then boom. So that's how it's about to look right now. So let's get to it. We're about to do that. So let's go ahead and pull the dummy bucket out. I call this the dummy bucket because it's in the actual bucket I use. It just helps me like line shit up. Move this way. I got potting soil. I'm doing this on the 3rd floor. I have 3 floors. It's a townhouse. I don't feel like carrying this thing downstairs. Just feel like that'd be a headache. So what I'm gonna do at first is grab this mofo, put the bottom back on the bottom of it so it's not draining. Soil everywhere. I'm gonna pick up my soil. Kinda gotta stand up for that, I guess. And then cut my bag of soil open. Don't cut it open too much. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that looks perfect. That looks exactly what you want. Yep, that's what we want. That's the kind of soil we want. Party fits. And this is an organic Miracle Grow for citrus, all-purpose container, but it's for citrus. Really good. Go ahead and get that. Basically, just find a pot of soil with a damn picture of a lemon on it. That's really what you want to do. Like if it's hard, some people it gets a little confusing. Just find a goddamn soil. Just find a pot of soil that's not like an actual soil, like a clay soil. But find a soil that has like, that's good right there. I'll put a little bit more down here. Find a pot of soil that has a picture of some kind of citrus on it. Be it a lemon or cactus or something like that. Some kind of citrus, something that's high in iron. Shit like that. That's what you want. Keep that way. Break it up, break it up. Put your hand in there a little bit. I have gloves downstairs that I should have brought upstairs to use for this. I was not prepared. I just went ahead and just did this real quick, guys, for you guys. To get this on air real quick. Break that soil up with your hands. Because sometimes it's a little clumpy. That's nice. This is nice soil, though. I like this soil. I like this soil. This is good. This looks just like the soil right there, so perfect. If it looks different than the soil, than your palm tree came in, then you might want to reevaluate that. Some of the palm trees I do realize they'll come in like a house soil, which is like very cheap. If you can, take those out instantly and repot those instantly. Get it from like a King, a Publix, some kind of grocery store or something like that, where it's not really a plant store. I recommend definitely repotting that thing, because they're potting soil. I don't know what they're trying to use, but it ain't right. All right. So now what you're gonna do is, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna just pick this black part out of the bucket. All right. Might be a little easier said than done. So what you want to do is just go ahead and Get down like this. Wrap your legs around it. And oh, another tip. Don't water your plant before you repot it. Let your plant dry out. Like when you need to water it, that's when you want to repot your plant. You don't want to water your plant when it's freaking. I see people say the opposite, but it just depends on what you're doing. Like it depends. For instance, hold on. It depends. If it's a small plants, then yeah, go ahead and do that. If it's a small plant. If it's a large plant, like this, nah. You don't need to do that. Just let it dry out. You'll see it separate from it. You'll see it separate. Like if it's like one of those small plants you put in between your hands and you flip it and then take it out, you can do it with wet. That's pretty good. But this, you want to leave it a little dry. Leave it a little dry. Make sure it's away from the walls. Tap it. Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. A lot of people say they don't like to grab it from the trunk. That's where I like to grab it. Personally, don't grab it from this little one too much. You don't want to yank it out. But you don't want to, if you start pulling it up and you see this moving more than the soil, stop. Like, stop. You want to see this lift out of the bucket. You want to see the bucket kind of lift out. So if you see that and your bucket's not falling, with you pushing pressure on your arm, pushing down like that, you don't see your bucket separating, go to plan B. Better, but I'm gonna use this razor because this pot is thin, so I can use this razor, and this razor is brand new. And pull down and away. Don't stick this in and go down because you're gonna cut roots. Don't do that. Just go lightly down the wall. All right. These are tricks I'm showing y'all right here. All right. Oh, go to the other side. If you can make it without stabbing things with your knife. Make it to the other side and cut complete off it. Ow! See what I'm saying? But make sure you don't stab yourself with the knife. All right. It's literally what I just told myself not to do, but I was holding it the wrong way, so whatever. Go down, go down, go down, go down. Don't cut any roots. Do not cut any roots. I know this. Alright, where's the razor? Put the razor somewhere. Alright, and then voila. You should start to see your plant. Alright, make sure you weren't stupid and didn't give yourself room. Majestic palms like space. They need space. There we go. Twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it. Go ahead and run your fingers a little bit along the roots to try to break up a little bit. Don't break the roots, but just try to loosen up the soil a little bit so it knows it's somewhere new, you know? Get it all happy, and then boom. Pour your new soil over that. Get all around it. All around it. All around it. All around it. Shake it. Hit the pot on the sides. So fill some voids in there. Come around with that pot of soil. Put a good bit all in there. Let's see where we at. Obviously, we're supposed to need some more. Let's get them out of soil right there. Rinsed it out so it's fresh and ready to go. Let's go ahead and move this all over. Move this over. Get rid of all of this. Soil is not needed no more. This pot is not needed no more. Roll this all up. Make sure to keep the one on bottom on top. That way, when you go to pick it up like that, look at that. Look at that. Now, go ahead and bring this on over here. Make sure this line's all in there nice and tight and nice and good like it is. Do what we did before. Take your hand, line it up, put it in there. Remove your arm and get scratched a little bit in the process. Make sure your line is good and lined up. Where's my line? Looks like it's getting bent. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look like it's getting bent. So you actually might want to have it with a situation where it does kind of come out the bottom. Well, I guess I gotta switch buckets because it looks like it is gonna have to come out the bottom because this bucket's sitting on the side of the wall. That wasn't that bucket, that was this bucket. Cool. Bucket, you are being you're being graduated to lead bucket. You are the head bucket. Alright. So also what I like to do is I like to take the end that I know is not going to go through and you can make it thicker. Put something through it real quick. Make it thicker. Branch it out. Make it so it's not going to just slide through. Sorry, what am I talking with an accent? Just make sure it's not going to slide through. Put that through the hole again. You can get it. There we go. Got it. Boom. There's the drain. Go ahead and put that at the bottom. So you do want it to come out the bottom. Find the, there it is. Make sure you don't pull it out. Pull your arm out. And descend on down. Perfection. Is that out? Almost there. Is that perfection or is that perfection? Where we at? Oh, that's perfection. That's perfection. Go ahead and test it real quick. Throw some water down it real quick. Let's go ahead and see if it works. It's like a dream. All right, that works pretty good, guys. I'm actually pretty impressed on how that works. Boom. So that's in there. Good pressure on that. There's pressure on that. That's a good way. Not draining out of this pressure. Ooh, this is heavy. Careful with your fronds. Boom. Perfect. Perfection. So, actually looks really good, like that. So now we're gonna go ahead and blitz it up so we can go ahead and water this, because I gotta water this new soil in with the old soil, and I'm probably gonna add some more because a lot of it's gonna drain through. We're gonna find a lot of voids. So let's go ahead and do that. For the fun part, go ahead and, oh, you got to add the fertilizer. Bam. Alright. That was pretty good. Let's go ahead and mix it in there with the soil. Mix it all in there. Perfect. Alright. And that's the 14-14 mix, by the way. You want to use the 14-14-14 mix. Make sure you get 14-14-14. Let's go ahead and lift this baby up. Actually, that's what I have this here for. Not only a side table for my couch right there in my office, but it's also the watering stand for this. So boom, boom, boom. All right, let's go get the water. So since the last time you've seen this, I went ahead and got an air stone, and that sits at the bottom of it. And I also put a little bit of plant food in here too. Let's go ahead and add. This is a 10-10-10 plant food. Shake well, shake well, shake well, shake well, shake well. All right. And one more shake, just because. All right. So we're gonna add, like I said, it's a 10-10-10 right here. I don't add that much of this. It's 1/8 teaspoon into every quart. I mix 18 into this from a down mat. So let's go with 16, 15, 13. All right, so it was dripping into a little bit as I was doing it, so we go with 13. And give that a good stir. There's an air stone in there. Stirs it up nice and good. And then also, I just went and got this because for some reason couldn't find at two places I went to, couldn't find and not a lot of places are open right now, obviously. So the places I went to that were open only had this mechanical one. They didn't have an electric pump, which I'm like, why is it so hard to find an electric water pump these days at like a Walmart or a fish store? I don't get it, but it is. It's a thing. Don't know why. Oh, that's cool. It's got like a little hose clamper. Okay, cool. Don't need that for a second though. Alright. Alright. Let's start watering. So, got that in there, got this in here. Oh my God, that's heavy. That's heavy. That's got some weight to it. I only have a few seconds to get this. And I'm gonna just bring it down. So it should be good to go now. perfection. That way, it has a perfect drain. All right. Attempt number 2. Boom. All right, back to your home you go. Woo. You are heavy. You are stupid heavy. Like, crazy freaking heavy. Alright. Now we gotta see if it works again. Now we gotta wait to see if it works. Draw this off, draw this off. Make sure the pot is sitting in good and straight, which it is. Looking beautiful. Throw some towel down on the ground where it just spilled. And you know what, to make sure, I'm gonna give it all this water. We have drainage. That's the sound we want. There we go. We have complete drainage. It has perfect drainage now. Now it's just like, yeah, now it's just shooting out. There we go. That's what we want. So really there is no difference in drilling the hole on the top or the bottom of the bucket, because really it just depends on what your application is. If you're using the pot that's like this, that goes into something like this, a planter, and then you have a hole drilled at the bottom, and if the planter goes like that, then you're gonna need to put your hole at the bottom of the bucket so it drains down. If it's, because it's just floating and your sides are supporting that bucket. If the bucket is being supported by the bottom, then you need to go ahead and put it on the sides so it comes out the side. So it just all depends on where your bucket is being supported. If it's bottom supported, then you need to go ahead and put it on the sides. If it's side supported, you need to put the hose on the bottom. That way you can go ahead and make sure you get proper drainage. So I have this one from, I have now 2 holes, which is not a problem. But I have this one, and it's slightly bigger. It goes down because the hose goes down and out, and it just gives it a better drain. Gives it a way better, just cleaner drain. Like, it's not being held up, not being hiccuped or anything. So perfect drainage. She is looking great. She is looking beautiful. She's super tall right now because she's standing on that stand, but she's not normally sitting hitting my ceiling, but she's pretty close to it. All right, and here we are. Final result. And actually, I found a use for that second hole. I could just put the hose up in there without yanking. You don't want to yank this one out, but you can just put that one into that hose, like into that right there, like that. Just push it flat, and then boom. That way your hose isn't sticking out or hanging down and dripping more. You just let it sit like that, and it just perfectly looks normal. Show you guys all the way around. So comment, like this video, subscribe. I do all kinds of crazy videos, from talking about my dreads to my music videos to my cards that I do, you know, so everything. I'm just going to keep everything on my YouTube page. I'm not going to make different YouTube pages for everything. So ZTY Toon, everything. So if you're trying to see ZTY Toon garden and get some urban ZTY Toon tips, this is some ZTY Toon tips for you guys, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. Tune later. Donuts, Andre.